Hello there, this is SD. We're going to go for our third win on the streak. We're playing Mantis C today, which is the ship that ended the 29 win streak that we had quite recently. That wasn't really any issue with the ship, though. That was me misplaying and losing a bunch of crew, and the game being extremely harsh and not allowing me to buy hacking at literally any store in the entire run. So, hopefully this time, I don't lose a bunch of crew by being dumb, and we get a little bit better fortune at the stores. Let's get our crew where we want them. I'm going to remember this time to vent extraneous rooms. This ship is vulnerable to taking a lot of damage early in runs. So, I'm going to vent my O2 down so that it's more likely to hit oxygen instead of a system I really care about, like shields. Well, I hope this isn't a dangerous fight, since we have literally no choice but to go there. This ship really kind of wants to fight auto scouts early, which is odd for a porting ship. It's kind of close to Federation C in that regard, but a bit stronger. Well, we have a forced wasted jump. Head down here. We got a slaver. This seems like a good fight. They don't have enough, they don't have any... I lost a Mantis C Run at one point fighting a slaver because I looked at their weapons and didn't notice that they had drone control, and so I died on the first jump. These guys don't have that, though. Now this particular weapons combo doesn't sync up if you have somebody in shield, so I might actually leave my NG on my ship to get shield, to keep my shields up. Let's see, how many crew do they have? Their crew are quite dangerous, actually. They've got a rock and a mantis, so I'm going to actually do that. I'll just board with the Lanius and the rock. Send my NG over to shields. We'll lose the first boarding situation, I think, because they have a rock and a mantis on their side. But as long as we keep our Colombe up, that doesn't really matter. I boarded with just one person. That was dumb. Well, it's time to kite. And as long as we don't let them have a person on weapons, these don't sync up and our shields recharge in time. Actually, this time let's board with all three. And we can... Actually, we can't do distraction tactics because they have 3 crew over there. But we'll kill their NG at least. I'm venting my clone bay just so that if they manage to at some point sync their weapons up and hit it with a mini beam instead of fire, it still stays up. Keep the pressure on. I'd prefer to keep this damage off my Lanius, but I can't really do that because my Mantis has 1 hit point. Oh. So we get a high scrap reward and we get another crew member right away. Now it's only an NG, which is not the best first, additional crew member to get on a boarding ship. But really any number, especially when you have a 4-person teleporter, any number of bodies is good. One moment. Okay. So we want our Mantis to regenerate. Just vent these guys as well. Well, actually, you're close enough. You'll get 16 health back anyway, so I don't need to vent you. Let's put it around this way. Actually, forget that. Just put you in the teleporter. So, we see a store. I could potentially get something useful by selling the lock bomb and the mantis pheromones. That would get me to 68. It's not enough for hacking. I'm still gonna go and check it out. Okay. Sell the Mantis Pheromones, sell the Lockdown Bomb, buy the Hermes Missile. The Hermes Missile is a great boarding support weapon. I'm going to keep the Stun Bomb for now just because we don't actually have enough weapons power to use the Hermes Missile yet. But once we get our shields up, we can get to Weapons 3, and then we can use that, and then we'll be able to sell off the Stun Bomb. Or we might keep it to help get through Zoltan Shields, I'll see. But the Hermes Missile is just great for sniping medbays and weapons and things like that. It's worth, I think, delaying shields very slightly in order to do that. Vent everything again. No, not that room. My engine needs to run through there. There we go. Okay, we have an auto scout. We can win this fight quite easily. We're gonna just board with the Lanius. Okay, they have cloaking, that makes things slightly more awkward. Thankfully, the heavy laser there hit before their ion blast did, because they didn't sync up well enough, so we didn't take any damage. I think we might on the second. Maybe we can shield flash. You know, I should have run my Mantis into shields. We were in danger of getting hit there. Now it's completely fine. So we won't take any damage in this fight, but I could have guaranteed that by having shield skill there, and instead we had to dodge a shot on our teleporter. But yeah, our Mantis just has to, our Lanius rather, just has to stand here in weapons, and every time they fix it, it gets broken again. We'll board again with more people just to make this faster. They'll suffocate, but it doesn't matter. As long as they can't restore their weapons, they'll never be able to hurt us. Let's just board with one NG. None of these people have any skill that matters, so. And when we finish breaking these two things, they're dead. No help, I guess. I forgot to save crew position, so this NG is just sort of sitting there. We'll do that once everyone has finished cloning. No. Go that way. How would you like us to solve your problem by launching a missile? It's not very union-friendly. Well. We can afford to give our comrades 5 missiles. Thank you. That's enough scrap to get our shields up. And now we're much safer. So we'll work on getting our weapons up. Well, actually, we might save for hacking first. I think we'll probably save for hacking first, and then we'll, when we have 105 scrap, we'll... It depends, I guess, on whether we see another store. But once we have 105 scrap, at least we can definitely upgrade our weapons to 3 to use the Hermes missile. Check here. So this ship is annoying because it has both a missile and a clone bay. We want to board this quite aggressively. I think they also have 3 crew. We want to board this quite aggressively and break their stuff. To preemptively vent that in case they manage to like set a fire in our... So we want 2 people in shields to draw their crew there. We'd like our strongest crew in weapons. Wow, they have multiple rocks. We don't need 2 shields here. We'd like to have the Hermes missile here. That would make this fight much safer. Okay, it's only a Lido missile, so that's good. Wow, they have triple rocks over there. Please break that missile. See, that's fine as long as they don't do that again. And they won't be able to because we've broken that. So now we go and we kite them until we can break their clone bay. Which we might manage on this pass, or we might have to clone and come back. The Lanius will eventually drain the O2 from that room, but I think it will take too long. We could use our stun bomb to actually buy time here. Let's do that. Everyone is stunned in there. That pauses everything. That gives the Lanius time to drain oxygen from that room. You know, they're taking suffocation damage and our Lanius isn't. Go and fix that. I don't know whether we'll be able to break this in time to stop them from cloning again, but it doesn't matter. It's buying us time to clone. And any people who clone... Oh, okay. Nice. We did, in fact, manage to stop them from cloning, and we get a free Mantis, which is really, really good. We're already ahead on crew of where we were on our lost Mantis C Run. Fix this, you're just gonna get vented again. And you. How about you? You're fine, you'll get back to full. From the passive healing. So, we can stop boarding with 1 of our 2 NGs at least, because we are up to 5 crew. Hopefully, relatively soon, we can get another crew member who is not an NG, and we can go in with, like, I don't know, 2 Mantis, a human, and a Lanius would be fine. Go here and then there. That spots most of the sector. Okay. Actually, I don't need to do this stuff with the NG anymore because I can just keep them on my ship all the time now. Now, this ship should have 3 crew, unfortunately. Oh no, maybe it only has 2. Let's break that missile. Okay, missiles down. Go and try to break the clone bay. Cool. Okay, I guess we didn't need to spend any money on that. So that's 45 scrap down the drain, but I couldn't rely on us getting the exact drop that we wanted. And we can sell that for 22, so really we've only lost 22 scrap, 23. Of course, you're standing in a room with a Lanius. Of course, you're taking suffocation damage. Here. How many jumps do we have left? I think it's 4? Yes, 4. Let's see, 1, 2. We either can't see this beacon or we can't see this beacon, I think. Let's see, 1, 2. I could go 1, 2. Yeah. I can't really see both beacons without losing. Maybe I go 1, 2, 3, but then if I see a store there, I can't go to it anyway. Well, we'll go here first. But I mean, if that's a store, that's not great, because we can't go to it without losing jumps. On the other hand, I may not really want a store at this point anyway. I only have, once I sell that unnecessary, I mean, I can sell the unnecessary Hermes missile and the stun bomb to get up to about 60. It's not enough to buy hacking. They both sell for, I think, 22. I'm going to actually go here, and then if I see a store there, I might be able to go to it, and if not, whatever. I miss one jump, but I don't think there's any way to see both of them without losing jumps. And I certainly don't want to lose a jump where I can get a storage cache. We're completely safe in this fight, so I'll just board aggressively with all of my crew. I could train on this ship, I guess. It's late to do that now, and I'm not going to bother. You guys can all suffocate and come back. Since you have only one dodge, I will even board with this NG. Wait until I have somebody to help them out so they can break things more quickly. Why I'm bothering to have my Lanius parked in weapons when this ship can't hurt me. It's just like how I'm just used to dealing with auto scouts on this ship, I guess. Yeah, go and break the drones, and then this will be faster. The good thing about fighting an auto scout is that my Lanius will be able to get their hit points back. So we don't need to board again. So what's in the storage cache? Is it another Hermes missile? Sadly not. We still haven't got any drones, which is annoying. I mean, we can't currently use them, but we do want hacking as soon as we possibly can get it. Go look for the rebel ship. Unfortunately, fleet pursuit got doubled there, but we're close enough to the exit that that shouldn't matter. Lanius, go break their weapons. There are 3 crew over there, so we'll be able to keep them distracted. I forgot to revent the ship. That was an error. Oh, for God's sake, really? Oh, and they have a repair drone. Great. Okay, let's make sure my Mantis stays alive, and the way to do that is to put the NG in there, put you there, and then stay back. We're not actually going to manage to break that missile. I didn't realize that wasn't in the first slot. Oh well. We only took 2 damage, so it's fine. You can't vent anyone because our doors are broken. We definitely have another jump before we... Yes, and there wasn't a store down here anyway, so... Actually, let's save you in engines, and not in engines, in sensors, and I can run you to... teleporter immediately. Oh, it's the shield hack event. That's quite nasty. And they have cloaking. We'll take some damage here. Let's re-oxygenate everything quickly. I'm gonna board with just Delanius here because it'll mean I take some damage, but I can't really lose any crew, and once I fully break their weapons, the fight is totally under control. Let's get some more evade and some shield training, I guess. Actually, we can't get shield training, but maybe we can recharge it a little bit quicker. That should be the only damage we take in this fight. Yep. And now we board with everyone. And the Lanius just parks in there. In typical auto-scout boarding fashion for Mantis C. Fire this before. I don't think they even get to fire this before we break it. Okay, they just barely. It takes about the same length of time. It takes one crew member 12.5 seconds to break a system, one system level. And that's about the same as the charge time on that. But it's not dangerous because it can't get through my shield. If it were, say, a Lido missile, I'd need to continuously have a second person ready to board into that system so we could break it before it fired. NGs go! Crush them! So we already have enough to get hacking at this point. With our ability to sell the extra Hermes missiles that dropped. Should I maybe upgrade my weapons now then? I'll hold off until I get into Sector 3, but I maybe could afford to just do that. Because these sell for 44 between them, and if I did that, I'd be below it, but I think I'm going to hold off just because if there's an early store in the next sector, there might be, I don't know, hacking and something else we want, like Ion Blast for Zoltan Shield removal or something like that. And we're doing fine right now, we don't actually need the Hermes missile up quite yet. Let's go looking for the rebel ship. This time they don't double the fleet pursuit, not that it would matter if they did. The ship can't hurt me, but the med bay is going to make things annoying. We'll just brute force this. Because it's a 2-tile med bay, we'll kill... Like, their first 2 crew will run to the med bay, we'll kill the 3rd one. They'll kill everybody, and they'll come back in the clone bay, but then we'll have the numerical advantage so we can do distraction tactics. Okay, maybe they don't do this because we actually seem to not be able to do this. Oh, we'll probably pull it off eventually, but actually, maybe we need the stun bomb. Yeah, I think the anti-personnel drone... Actually, we don't need the stun bomb. If we take this the very slow way, the way we can do this is we keep boarding them, they'll keep killing us, they'll eventually run out of drone parts. So, that's going to take a while, but it conserves missiles. And once they run out of drone parts, that means we'll have 4v3. We can run the Lanius into the med bay at that point, drain it of oxygen, and then break it. It turns out if your crew can die an infinite number of times, that you can solve any problem. That must be an upgraded medbay. They're healing quite fast. We nearly got that one there, but nearly isn't actually doing it. We could probably also do this more efficiently by rotating our crew, but since I know that there's a solution that doesn't require me to do any annoying micro, I'm not going to bother. Why it takes 5 seconds of effort when I can just have my crew die repeatedly? I think we've killed, what, 2 of these drones? They probably have 4, I think is the standard for enemies this early. Maybe 5. Oh, we actually killed one this time. So we've got ahead of ourselves. And when they run out of drones, there'll only be 2 crew over there. We can park 2 in shields to distract them, and have 2 break the medbay. Probably should be running my engines occasionally to maybe get some dodges in this fight, but whatever. I could also, when I run them fully out of drones, use this as a training ship. But I'll wait on that. Now, is that the last one? I don't really mind if they kill all my crew again. We particularly want to make sure that when it comes down to it, that the Lanius has full health. And the way to do that is to let them kill him. I think they're out of drones. They'll keep running in here. The Lanius will win each 1v1 because they drain the oxygen, but eventually they'll overwhelm him. He'll get cloned. Then we go in for the actual kill. I think he dies this time. Yep. Let's board, get you 2 in here to break that system. You two do distraction tactic nonsense. Yes, indeed, it is an upgraded medbay, as I expected. Whee! There we go. $20 scrap, how nice. And go and die just another time. You enjoyed dying, right? If you don't, you're on the wrong ship. We finally got a drone part. Well, I guess we're going into the Uncharted Nebula. Purple and red versus red and red. For our Sector 3 choice is our decision here. I suppose we could also look ahead to Sector 4. Although really that would depend on which choice we took, because either way we could take this one to have green versus red. Let's see, in terms of red sectors, Abandoned, Rebel, Mantis, Rock. How many of those are more desirable than Uncharted Nebula? I'd say Mantis probably is, because being able to get more Mantis crew is very nice, and if it's Mantis Homeworlds, we can get Kazakh. So yeah, actually the Mantis Homeworlds is possible there, Rock Homeworlds isn't, but Rock Homeworlds sucks anyway. Rock Controlled is probably more desirable than Nebula because it has more stores and we're immune to live mine for multiple reasons, actually. Abandoned is more stores and we're fine with boarding Lanius ships, so I think the red sectors generally, and frankly Rebel, it's auto scouts, we're fine boarding auto scouts, so all the red sectors I think are more desirable than an Uncharted Nebula, so we're going to take this bottom one. Okay, so we have two non-Nebula beacons, which could have a store. We want to see all the Nebula beacons first, and then we want to check those out. Let's see, what's our most efficient way to do that? 1, 2... I think it's like 1, 2, and then if there's nothing down here, we go 3, 4, and then we continue. At this point, I am going to do this to allow myself to run a Hermes missile, because I can sell one and still be able to afford hacking. Low power situation. This is kind of nasty because they have a combat drone. I also can't run my second shield bubble and be able to teleport at all. We just damage rush these fools down. There'll be 3 crew over there, so we should win on the first attempt. Don't have the Lanius there. Swap them around. Well, that actually forced power out of that, so now we can run our second shield bubble. That's useful. I don't really care about breaking the systems, I just want to win the fight as quickly as possible. There we go. We took 2 damage, that's not too bad. Oh, I actually need to open the vent too. I can vent my crew over while they're still stuck over on the other ship, I guess. Fires go out, yep. Okay. Now we just need our oxygen back and then we can fix a teleporter so we can retrieve our Lanius. I'm going to buy a power bar now. Would have been useful to have there. And we remain above hacking threshold, so it's fine. Okay, auto scout. That missile is annoying. And the hacking. I'm probably boarding with just the Lanius here. We'll take some damage, but it's safer. Well, I was considering trying to use a Hermes missile to put a breach on this room so they can never get the missile back, but unfortunately, that's not viable. Yeah, it's definitely not happening. However, it is only a Lido missile. Take this, and then that should be the end of the missile barrage from them. I said that should be the end of the missile barrage from them. They were just too slow. I don't know which of these weapons they'll bring back first, so I now need to just park one other person in the clone bay. Not in the clone bay, in the teleporter. So that if they bring that missile back up first, we just immediately board another person. In fact, I might as well keep all three of these. When they get 1 point of repair, we board again. Okay, they bring the ion back up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But we might as well board with more people to make this faster. You're not going to get any dodges, so just go and break things. Go and fix things, rather. Had I known that was a Lido missile, I would have boarded with 2 people right off, but I might have been an Artemis. Actually, maybe that's a misplay, because I think actually maybe auto hackers don't ever have level 3 weapons this early. I'd need to check that. If so, that was a misplay. Because against a Lido missile, you can't do more than 1 damage to your clone bay. You just vent it so that they can't burn it down. There's an outside possibility, I suppose, that they could missile it and set an immediate double fire, and it might burn down even if there's no oxygen in the room, but it's not terribly likely. You stand there just in case I want to board in. Actually, there's no way I'll need to do that. This time we'll send more people over and they'll go on the other side. My pilot will lose the 1 dodge they have, but who cares? I don't know why I made that swap. I was expecting them to break shields first, but I guess it was they had a buffer upgrade on that. Doesn't matter. 17 and another missile. I mean, I now really regret buying the Hermes missile because it really wasn't necessary, but oh well. We have a lot of stuff to sell. Hermes is generally better than Pegasus. Although having a Pegasus missile might have been nice in that flagship fight on the Lost Run, because what really checkmated us was Phase 2, when we couldn't get past a defense drone to break their shields. And the Pegasus missile might have allowed us to do that. I think even there it would have been impossible, though. They have too many crew to be able to repair. I guess I'll put this just like this, just in case there's a situation where I want to use the Pegasus. So this ship is frustrating because it's trying to run away. I want to power the Hermes missile. I'm going to actually board with everyone right off the bat, even though it does leave me at risk of losing crew, because I want to be able to break multiple systems. Hopefully that's just a Lido missile. Yes, it is. you go break the engines while you're waiting. If we can alternate breaking engines and the piloting, we can keep them from ever being able to run away. Okay, good. I'm actually going to just use the Hermes missile to take this down, and that way we are completely safe. They can't run. The Lanius will break this before they get any engines back. And we get 8 scrap for all that nonsense because forward scouts. Okay, so here, there, C's. All kinds of stuff. Let's try to chase them. Thankfully, we didn't get doubled fleet pursuit. Trying to decide if we should grind evade here. Nah. Well, it's like that situation before, except this time, they don't have a med bay, so we probably just win on the first. I actually want them to kill my Lanius, and then we'll reboard when they clone at full health. Actually, we may not even need to reboard, we might just win it like this. Yep. Still no store spotted. We'll keep saving scrap in case we spot cloaking but not hacking. Actually, we could afford that right now by selling things. But ideally, you always want to try to afford things without having to sell stuff in case the equipment you've had it comes in handy. Yeah, just some borders. They're in the clone bay. That's not acceptable. Turn that off. Everyone gets to die. Actually, my Lanius unfortunately does not get to die. Poor Lanius, he's left out of the dying. Don't really have any reason to keep my Angie in there when we're in a nebula, so I might as well do that to make things slightly faster. Go here. We'll fight you. Sadly, this isn't a safe fight. They can damage us with those, otherwise we could use this to train. Now, I want you to kill my Lanius before we win this fight. You go there, you go there. You guys get out, you get out. That way the Lanius can finish you off. The Mantis, rather. Okay, now we go. We're gonna wait to come back because our oxygen is currently off. Although I suppose it doesn't really matter. We're gonna vent several of these people anyway. But we're not venting you, so you might as well preserve your minuscule combat skill. Hooray. Okay, we've finally seen it. Do we want to take more jumps first? I think we do, because we can quite easily, if the store is a dud, we can very easily see these two non-nebula jumps. How many jumps do we have left, roughly? Looks like 5. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be 6, I'm not sure. We will attack this ship. This ship is very, very easy to kill because they have 2 crew over there and we can board 4 people into a 4-tile room. Keep the damage off the Lanius. I should have run you out of the room before. Actually, you get 16. Nice. Doesn't matter. The Lanius took explosion damage there, but they get 16 health back from the Columba anyway. And now we no longer need to board with 2 NGs. Or 1 NG, rather. We no longer need any NG boarding whatsoever because we have triple Mantis. Vent even you guys because you took a missile to the face and don't have any useful skills. We might as well get our new Mantis used to being vented. Your hit points are now too low. Why am I venting you there? So this will be the end of us venting loads of stuff because we'll put our 2 NGs on pilot and engines. You're the one who's going on engines. Hopefully we can get 1 more Mantis. Quadruple Mantis sporting team is pretty much unstoppable. Nothing there. I think we only have 3 jumps after this, including the store. What have you got for me? Hooray! They have it! Explosive Replicator is kind of cute, but we have lots of missiles anyway, we don't need it. So, we're not going to get screwed out of hacking this time, we actually get it. We definitely don't need double Hermes missile. Replicator is not necessary, I'm not bothering. No, there's another store. It's a question of whether it's worth diving here, because the dive would be into a nebula. And I could go like there, there, there. I guess I should have checked the map before I bought so many repairs, because we could potentially have got cloaking there. I guess we have 89 plus 22, which is 111. We have an outside chance of being able to get another 39 scrap at these 2 jumps, so let's take them. It makes it a dive, but I think that's fine. We can take a Nebula dive. Doesn't look like that's happening anyway. Let's hack here. You guys go break the clone bay. No firing missiles at me. Go distract them. They get to shoot one missile at me because of that, but... And my Lanius is going to vent these Mantis, possibly. Actually, they probably won't be stuck over there long enough for that to happen. You don't actually need venting. But you two do. Actually, you didn't, because we're going to a store next, but whatever. Now you do. They do have it here. I maybe could have done that if I had realized there was a second store here and not spent so much on... Because I could get up to 107 and 129. I guess actually even with the repairs, that wouldn't have been... Because I think I only bought about 10 points of repair there, which is 20 scrap. Like, I maybe could have just about done it. But really, I think it was worth getting the repairs anyway. If they had a backup battery, I'd buy it now to thin out the system, but they don't. So let's get a bit of fuel, get a repair, and then we'll go onwards. Nice. Another great boarding support weapon. We've had many weapon drops so far, and they've literally all been missile weapons. We've had a Hermes missile, and a Pegasus missile, and a small bomb. We have yet to get a single conventional weapon that we can use against Zoltan shields, which is our only real weakness at the moment. And it's not much of a weakness, frankly. I could upgrade to Weapons 4 to use both of these at the same time for those situations, but I'm going to hold off to see if I can get cloaking next sector. Do I want to upgrade my engines? I don't think I really need to. Like, we only need to be worried about their conventional weapons, and we can potentially small bomb those down or just kill the ship by boarding. Yeah, like, that thing's slow as hell. We have more missiles than hacking drones, so let's use a bomb. We're in my teleporter. Okay, that's down. We're completely safe. Keep kiting them. Bomb the med bay. And miss. Let's not spend any more missiles. We board with all of our crew. Actually, I don't know why I'm not just putting my Lanius in there. That's clumsy. Whatever, everyone will get killed, come back. their ship is very beaten up. You go in there. Do this nonsense. Lanius, please hurry up. Okay, good. Let them kill the Lanius. If they can. They might actually not be able to. They can if I just run them back and forth. Okay, good. Now you go finish them off. Elite ship down. Only cost of the dive was 2 missiles. So, abandoned or ordinary Mantis? I think we want abandoned here. It's a little annoying to board Lanius ships, obviously. But, if we go Mantis... Actually, I was going to say if we go Mantis we could have a forced Zoltan, but actually that's not the case. We have options. In that case, we maybe do want Mantis. It's fewer stores. It's 1 to 2 instead of guaranteed 2. But it's more chance of getting a 4th Mantis crew member, and the ships are generally more manageable. We're in very good shape right now. We just need cloaking and some conventional weapons. We basically win. That's not what I wanted to see. Although, I suppose I could theoretically sell Small Bomb, Pegasus, and Stun Bomb. A 4th Mantis would be very, very good here, but I actually want scrap to try to get cloaking more. So let's exchange them for a bounty. We take 5 damage, but if that gets us cloaking, who cares? We have plenty of time to get a 4th Mantis. If we sell Pegasus, that gets us to 129. We actually have enough for cloaking right now. Let's take 1 more jump. Switch you around. I maybe should have hacked weapons here, but it's at this point too late. We're gonna just win before they get to do anything. Shall we break them just for the sake of it? No, we just win the fight. Nice. Want the Pike Beam up to help us kill Auto Scouts and Zoltan Shields. Against Auto Scouts, we can potentially board, break the shields, and just Pike Beam it down. So we have plenty to sell. If the store has cloaking, we'll get it. It doesn't, but it has long-range scanners. We'll get those. Sell the Pegasus. Sell the Stun Bomb. Is there a second store? No. Cool. We find lots of fights. We're not too likely to find another store in this sector. But we could. Go and check this out first. These fights are placed kind of awkwardly, in terms of me actually spotting more stuff. Hopefully that's a fight and I can just go there. Download the data stores. Okay, cool. We get reveal of the whole rest of the sector, and we do indeed find another store. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks good. And maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's make sure we have 4 fights before this store. Yes, we do. We might even be able to do 5. So we'll have plenty of scrap for anything that we want there. We're definitely hacking here. They've got a med bay, they have dangerous weapons. Put the Lanius in the med bay and try to okay, we can't do that because they have an anti-personnel drone. We seem to be seeing a lot of those in this run. If we can break the weapons, we gain control over the fight. Especially with the lock on those doors. We'll kill this person. You go in there. You guys spread out a little bit. It's not running their oxygen over there. Yeah, our crew will all die here, but they'll come back. Oh, we don't actually need our shields. Let's do this for the moment. Chase you around. Maybe break this. Sadly not. Though maybe we can if we do this. No, they're actually prioritizing defending that with their own. We'll let them kill the Lanius here and get them back. They're not fixing those weapons anytime soon. Might as well power the small bomb just in case. You two, can you break it? Looks like it. Ah, not enough. We took the anti-drone down. One moment. Okay, we're back. We'll try to win this by just running them out of drones, and then we can eventually, since there's only 2 crew over there, distract breaking shields and the med bay. I guess we could board with all 6 of our crew as an alternative. And then we have enough numbers to just overwhelm them. In fact, that's probably faster. Let's just do that. You go in there and you might just be able to overwhelm the healing that this guy's getting. Yeah, looks like it. And same thing here. I should have swapped who was tanking damage there. The Lanius took some unnecessary hits. You definitely require venting. You're fine, you just came out. And we're pretty much up to cloaking affordability range already. And we have 3 more fights to do. I'd like to upgrade my hacking as well, but we'll wait until the store. This is pretty much the same fight as we just had, except they've got a clone bay. They may or may not have an anti-personnel drone. It seems unlikely since they have a beam drone. They do have another anti-personnel drone. How irritating. Can we please just break this? Okay, well those weapons will burn down. We take a bit of damage, but that should be all we take. Go kill the drone. Wow, that's a level 3 clone there. Let them refresh our Lanius. That was kind of annoying with the stupid level 3 Klunba. I'd like to find some weak Mantis ship with weak weapons so I can train my dodge now that I have my 2 NGs there, but that hasn't been happening. And it's not going to happen here either. These are... The Charge 2 can hurt me even without the bomb. Do I want to hack this? I think I don't. I can probably just small bomb it. They really only have 2 crew over there. Well then. Let's just break the weapons. Cool, we're safe. Nice. So it's not a 4th Mantis, but we now have a boarding... We now don't need to use the Lanius for boarding except against auto scouts. And we can do triple Mantis and a rock. You're okay, you'll regenerate enough hit points. I mean, I could use the rock on weapons, but... I'd rather not have the awkwardness of dealing with Lanius boarding, for the most part. Save group positions. 1 more fight, and then the store. Aid the civilian ship, and I will be back in a bit. Alright, we're back. This ship is quite dangerous. We're using all of our tools here. They have dangerous weapons, they have boarding, they have a med bay. board fast enough that they don't actually board us. I actually should have let them use that, but whatever. Do I even need to use a bomb here, actually? I think we just win before they, yeah. We just win before they get to shoot. Cool. You two don't need venting, you two do. So we have over 200 scrap. Nothing to sell, but we have enough for cloaking and a weapon, or cloaking and battery, or anything that we might want. 2 weapons if there's no cloaking. Just anything we could want here, we can get. This is when this store has, like, crew and an FTL jammer or something like that. We could maybe fit another jump in, but I'm worried about having things run away and double fleet pursuit. Okay. Cloaking. We have a second chance at a replicator. I'm once again not taking it. Let's get the battery. So, this run is going extremely well. Upgrade hacking, then we upgrade cloaking, then we're basically completely safe. It's the ship collectors. If we let them run away, they will create a quest where we get a guaranteed weapon drop. Do we want to do that? You should always, when you're in a Mantis sector, by the way, look out for a fight with this specific line. If you see your ship would make a mighty fine prize, that's the ship collectors. When they take a certain amount of damage, they try to run away, and they actually run very, very quickly. And then you can chase after them for the second part of the quest, and the second part of the quest always has a guaranteed weapon drop. It's kind of awkward for us to do enough damage to do that, though, with boarding, because we most likely just kill them. I'm just gonna kill them, because, like, a weapon drop would be nice, but we don't really need it. We have 5 more sectors to get weapons, and really we could kill the flagship with what we have now. And it might put the second part of it might put the quest beacon in an awkward spot. We are once again going to just board immediately. Easy win. Mantis get vented. It could have potentially put the quest like there. It's not likely. It probably would have gone into the next sector, which we would have easily been able to get. But I don't mind just getting the scrap and moving on. Take one more jump and then the exit. Can we get a free NG? No, it's fine. Okay, rock-controlled or NG homeworlds. NG homeworlds could force us into a Force Zoltan sector, but that's not that unmanageable. The NG homeworlds quest is quite nice for boarding ships, and we do have an NG to actually initiate it. It's fairly low scrap, though. In fact, I think it might be the lowest scrap sector in the game. Rock-controlled is also pretty low scrap. but it does benefit more in my experience from long-range scanners. I'm going to go rock controlled. We don't really need stores at this point. We just want to fight lots, get loads of scrap, get our upgrades, get a couple conventional weapons for the flagship. We'll fight these guys. We can take damage here, but it's not that likely with our ability to do a long cloak. Run someone into shields just to get faster recharge. What crew do they have over there? Okay, they hit both shots, so let's do a long cloak. Yeah, they have 2 humans. They're going to be completely crushed when we actually get through this. Should I use a bomb to help get through faster? Probably. Actually, no, these weapons don't sync up very well. Yeah, we'll take their Zoltan shield down with this. Oh yeah, I should probably use the small bomb to take the medbay out. I don't really need to, but I might as well. I could do it with my borders, but I'd rather do this quickly so we don't take damage. Really, level 3? Well, okay. Go and break that. Who needs venting? Everyone but Sam. Do we see a store? No. Let's start working on getting engines for 100% cloak evade, although we need to actually get some skill before we can do that. We'll find the chance. These fights both see this little corner down here is not useful. It's a complete trap, so we'll just take these fights. If there's a store down there, whatever. We don't really need a store that badly right now. Let's attack the slaver. We shouldn't need to do anything other than cloak in this because this ship has 2 crew. We can just do this, cloak for 10 seconds, the fight will basically be over. In fact, the fight might even be over by the time we finish. Yeah, pretty much ends immediately. Give me another Mantis. So, we have our quadruple Mantis sporting team. That rock guy can now go onto weapons because he has some skill left. He's lost his level 1 training, but it's fine. You guys get vented. Yeah, quadruple Mantis backed by a small bomb, boardings backed by small bombs, hacking and cloaking. That doesn't lose. We've got another Zoltan shield ship. Get that pike beam going. What have you got over there? You actually have a reasonable number of crew, but there's only 4 of them and they're not beating 4 Mantis. However, I'd like to get through the Zoltan shield faster, so we're going to use a bomb on it. Our second pike beam will take it down completely. Board. I think I hack here. Bombing the weapons will just take this down, and the weapon that's actually dangerous is this burst 3. If we do a long hack, we are completely safe. We win the fight long before they get to shoot it. Without the hack, that's not the case, because these rocks take too damn long to kill. I suppose I could drop a bomb into the room to help kill them, but... Nice! Well, if we don't want to vent our crew, we have that as an option, but... Probably we just sell that. That's nice to have on a clone base ship if you get it quite early, especially if you're really reliant on Lanius borders. But at this point, like, whatever. Does it matter that we're having to vent our crew each time? I'd probably rather just preserve my missiles for the actual weapons that I want to use. Hack your weapons. We take the asteroid fight. I think we just move on. This is sort of split into top side and bottom. I'll go to the top side and we can probably circle down to the bottom side at the end. We have no way of really knowing which one is better. Those are dangerous weapons, so we hack them. Do they have more crew? No. I'm gonna buy 2 more power bars so I can go in with the Hermes missile instead of the small bomb in some cases, because, you know, for level 3 med bays or level 3 clone bays or weapons where we want to be able to do more than 2 damage. Like there, if we chucked a small bomb into weapons, we would disable 1 of these, whereas a Hermes would disable 2. Turns out we didn't need to do that, but it's nice to have the option. This ship is very non-threatening. Take that down. I don't know if that killed that guy or not. Let's go and find out. Yes, it did. Had that been a very upgraded medbay, they might have healed enough that the 45 damage from the missile didn't kill them when it dropped on their heads. Okay, we found 1 store. Good. We'll go there to just look for weapons. A flak would be nice. Or other beams, actually. I probably just want other beams. Halberd beam. Because really, I only need to use my conventional weapons to kill the flagship. I mean, a flak would be nice, I guess, for Zoltan shield removal. So yeah, maybe I would want, like, flak, halberd beam, pike beam for the end game. After I use the missile weapons against phase 1 to get a crit kill. Let's take more jumps first. Go and investigate. We're going to take him home to his family because we literally already have a full crew. We might have only got a repair there instead of scrap, but we did get the scrap, which is the more desirable reward. Okay, well they have bypass and another beam. Let's take both of them. Sell the heal bomb. Nice. So yeah, now we are basically set. Yeah, we would definitely now like another beam. So that for against the flagship, we can go pike, halberd, say. That one-shots 2 of the 3 flagship phases, although the first one we don't want to one-shot anyway. And like, it doesn't quite one-shot phase 2 because it has slightly more hull. But we can do that with our boarders. We could also get a glaive beam. And that would one-shot both of the later phases. I want to hack this. Yeah, I want to make sure that missile doesn't get to fire. And I want to control the doors because of that medbay. You go to shields, you two break the medbay. We need to distract. Wow, is that a level 3 medbay? I think it is. It appears to be. Be purified. Mantis roasting on an open fire. This is going to be a dive. But that doesn't matter. It was very much worth getting a dive to get some more scrap and get a Zolt Shield bypass at the store. We can probably dive in every sector for the rest of the run, really. We don't quite have 100% evade for the ASB. But that's the only thing that could go wrong, and we probably still dodge it. Say they've come, that their god has sent us to join their crew, because this gets us a fight. There are really only 2 of them over there. No, there is actually a 3rd. Cloak now, and they never even get to fire that missile, so there's no chance of them hitting me through cloaking. You two need venting. Get our engines up for the dive. And for the cloak of aid. We can get 2 more jumps in. Although that one in the bottom right may not have anything there. This ship is not dangerous at all, we're not hacking it. If we break a weapon here, we're completely safe. Go and get in the med bay to stop them fixing it. And we win. You need venting, you definitely need venting. You didn't take any damage. I could do with getting shields up because that would help me find safe fights. Like if I'd had shield 6 here, I could have evade grinded because the heavy iron can only take 1 shield bubble down. The halberd beam can't. That would leave me with 2. The halberd beam can't damage through that. So if I don't see an immediate store in the next sector, that's probably what I do. Well, I don't quite have enough scrap for it, but I start working on that if I don't see an immediate store. Okay, nothing there. So we got the dive, but I'm going to head off and grab myself a drink before we do that. So, okay, it's dive time. What have you got? Okay, we're hacking those weapons. They're quite dangerous. We won't bother boarding them. I don't want to try to kill this ship. I just get away from it. We'll probably chuck 1 Hermes missile into the weapons as well. Go and entertain our guests. Okay, we're not too likely to take damage from just the burst 2 and the basic laser. Cloak now. 10% chance that we get hit here, but we didn't. And is this gonna charge our FTL completely? Not quite. No. Well, we'll deal with them in a moment. Well, those are some great choices for Sector 5. Abandon 5 is an insanely dangerous sector because that's when Lanius bombers start turning up with multiple crew to board you with. That's not fun. We're going to go Zoltan because we have bypass and we have a bomb. It's just much less dangerous to deal with. But yeah, this is possibly the 2 most dangerous sectors in the game right next to each other. Off to the Zoltan sector. Also, we have long-range scanners, and that, in my experience, particularly benefits Zoltan sectors. You might as well just start doing this. We're venting these mantises anyway. So we start out in a nebula. See quite a few encounters around us. Start working on our shields since we don't see a store. Now, although we do have bypass, Zoltan shields are still quite awkward for us because they stop us from hacking. So if a ship happens to have like a Zoltan shield and a lot of crew and some dangerous weapons in a med bay, things could still get hairy. But not as bad as they would do if we had to fight a Lanius bomber that had mind control and cloaking and dangerous weapons. Boarded us with 2 Lanius. Let's go here, there, and onwards. Okay, these people are hiding from the border police, which is an understandable thing to do. Should I try doing this without hacking, because we're a bit low on hacking drones. But they have a big missile, so I won't. And med bay. Kind of want to let these guys in. Oh cool, we got... Okay, so we can probably now just win this. We maybe could have done it without hacking, but it would have been much trickier. You two get vented. You're fine, you're fine. We're one scrap short of being able to upgrade our shield, sadly. These two nebulas could both be the manually search event, which, since we have a clone bay, we don't need to bother upgrading our piloting for it. We can just take the risk. We'd like to look out for a store just to buy drones. We maybe should have done that at that store in the rock sector. We have lots of ammo. Let's secure the fuel supply. Nice guns, man. Do we need to hack here? We probably don't. If we board into the clone bay, we should just win the fight and then be able to break that, and we can do a long cloak on their first volley. They probably have 3 crew here. Yep. These weapons go off at basically the same time, so... dangerous. That ship would be, if you're trying to fight that ship as a gunship, you would be in big danger, because you wouldn't have the power to use all your weapons and your special systems. It would be very difficult to take their weapons down because they're not actually using the whole system, so you'd need to be doing 3 or 4 points before you started seriously taking their stuff down. There are definitely fights in the game where you're really glad you're playing a boarding ship, and that's one of them. Now we'll start saving for a store. Manually search. Our Mantis just gets cloned. Just another day at the office for them. So that was a pretty good nebula, considering it's his old sector especially. I mean, we obviously have a Lanius for boarding auto scouts, but I think we probably just board with multiple people here. It puts us at some risk, but we have cloaking, so, and we want to disable both weapons and drones here. Do we break that before it gets to fire? Yes. Cool. So we powered the pike beam up. We're going to board, leave the Lanius over here to keep these things down. Then we're going to board over on the other side, break their shields, and then we can pike beam them to death. Don't mind them bringing a single laser back. This can be used to train dodge. Actually, I'll take the laser down and let them use the drone for that. In fact, I might actually leave the Lanius here and dodge train against this ship rather than killing them with the pike beam. because they're never going to be able to get their weapons back. They might occasionally be able to fire that single laser, but like at worst, if they had both their drones up and the laser and everything lined up together, we'll actually have to damage their drones occasionally to make sure they're using the right one, actually, which is frustrating. This doesn't train our shields. Or our shields, our evade. It doesn't train our shields either, but I don't care about that. But still, I'm gonna ping pong back and forth and get as much dodge training here as I can. So I'm gonna cut this bit because it's dull. So I'll meet you back when we are done fighting this ship. We don't get infinite training here, sadly, because eventually the Lanius will blow the ship up. So we're back. We haven't killed this ship, but it turns out we didn't need to fully kill it to get our evade all the way up. The combat drone has been doing good work in getting me my evade. So that being now done, let's finish breaking their drone system completely. And we'll board with Mantises to crush things. Maybe we can use our pike beam here. I think we actually won't tear their shields down in time to do that. Nope. I don't really want to kill them with a Lanius because I don't want to lose the Lanius's training when they get cloned. So I'd like to pull them back. Obviously, the Mantis, like, whatever. They already have a gold star in dying. I think we don't ever end up being able to use our pike beam on this stuff. It's fine. I'll pull the Lanius back and the Mantis can just break the ship. Break that. We'll just board with 2 so we don't have to spend as much time waiting for them to clone. Actually break that time, I think you will. Yep. And we've spotted the store. We currently have enough to buy a halberd beam if we see it. But I'd like a little bit more because I want to be able to buy drones and be able to do that if necessary. Do we just go here, here, there, and there? I think we do. Slightly minimizes our ability to look for a second store if it's a dud, but it doesn't really matter that much. This ship is not very dangerous. They probably have exactly 4 crew. So yeah, let's run them back and forth until we can take their med bay out with a small bomb. We'll cloak the big missile. No, I don't want auto fire. Once is sufficient. Okay, that's down. We now have 100% cloak dodge, so we have no chance of being tagged by this missile. And we'll win while we're cloaked. You get a free Zoltan. Do I want a free Zoltan? I could put them in engines and dismiss my other NG. That would temporarily reduce my evade. But not for very long. It's only a 5% reduction. Yeah. It's kind of greedy, but I don't think it matters. You know, getting tagged with 1 missile at 5% dodge in the time it will take to get this person up is not likely to seriously affect the outcome of this run anyway. If it even happens. We might just find another trainer ship like the one we got 2 jumps ago and get the Zoltan up. One thing I could potentially have thought about doing was dismissing the Lanius there and putting that Zoltan into shields, because we don't really need the Lanius now even to board auto scouts. But it's kind of helpful to have them for that purpose, so I decided to leave them around. We're probably safe to just use our Mantis, but there's a hypothetical situation where it could go wrong. Let's just keep my sensors up with this. We have 5 free humans. Start eating. Be vented. You too. I guess opening the internal doors didn't work because of my Lanius. That does make things slightly awkward. Yeah, we can probably use this to get the remaining training. Let's swap a Mantis for the Lanius here. As long as we can keep this missile down, which, once we fully break the weapon system, they'll never ever be able to bring it back, because they'll park the Lanius in that room, and they'll only ever be able to bring this laser back. And they didn't tag us with that one missile, so we're completely safe. So, I'm going to cut the video here. We'll train our Zoltan up, and then I will come back once that's done. Alright, we're back. We got the level 2 engines a while ago, but I actually realized I could use this to get some weapons training as well. Now, I can't get it all the way, both because I don't have the patience to fire this 62 more times and there's not enough hull to play with. So, what we'll do here, we'll get what more that we can. I brought my Lanius back to conserve their skill. As soon as we can board again, I will just board into this side and my Mantises will break it. We actually need to let them fix the weapons once as well. Might not actually break that in time. But it's fine. I think that if we don't, it's level 4, I think. Nah, we didn't. Doesn't matter, that combat drone on its own isn't hurting us. And we'll just board 2 of them into the weapons as soon as it gets a point of repair on it, and they'll break it in 6.25 seconds. And now we have our store to go to. Let's go there. Not even wait for our crew to finish cloning. What have you got for me? A whole lot of nothing. And the small bomb would be nice if we didn't have one already. We could buy a life form scanner to act like a slug, but I don't see a reason to bother doing that. We'll just reject this store and move on. We haven't actually fought that many Zoltan ships, even though this is a Zoltan sector. I think the main one that we fought was actually a pirate, not a proper Zoltan ship. We can give up 4 fuel. Yeah, 50 scrap is worth it. We have a rock. This will give us an augment, which we'll immediately be able to sell, or maybe we just keep that, because that's a very useful augment to have. It's an insurance policy with our clone bay. And we'll go there, there. Do we get to the exit if we do that? No, so we just dive. Go here, there, 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 out. So this ship is annoying. Can actually power the Hermes missile to more rapidly deal damage onto their weapons. Long, long cloak. Yeah, unfortunately that's the weapon they're going to bring back every time they get a point of repair here, so I need to keep somebody in the teleporter at all times to go help the Lanius out as soon as they get a single point. Actually, we don't need to do that because we have the hack, so our Lanius can actually break that in time. In that case, we don't need any more missiles. Let's break their shields and then we can finish them off with the pike beam. The hack actually halves rather the repair time, as well as, or halves the repair speed, I guess I should say, as well as allowing me to, delay them firing long enough. As you can see, I haven't put damage on in time, so if I didn't have the hack, they would be able to shoot this before my Lanius could break it, but now they can't. Also, we can kill them with one pike beam shot. Check out the store. Okay. This store is certainly much better than the last one. I'm actually going to not buy the Burst Laser 2 because we just want beams. Like, our missile support weapons are perfectly fine for the vast majority of the game. We only need our beams for killing the flagship, or our conventional weapons for killing the later phases of the flagship, and beams with a shield hack are better than that, than a Burst Laser 2. So, we have an all beam set up for when that comes around. Let's get our weapons up once so that I can do, like, if I need to, I can go in doing this. That's expensive in terms of missiles, but it's fine. This ship, I think we can just kill by boarding and winning very rapidly. They don't have enough crew. We'll cloak these weapons when they go off. We get another free small bomb. we're just gonna sell that. This run is very, very strong. This will definitely be higher than the first 2 runs on this streak, which were already quite high-scoring runs. Cool, we get a fight. I guess I should probably upgrade my doors so that I can deal with situations like this more easily. Start murdering people. Unfortunately, the fight doesn't end until we kill the crew on our ship. Even once we have finished killing all of the crew that are actually over there. But we should win this relatively fast now. You get out of there to preserve your skill, and we win. Wow. We made the nice amount of scrap there, and we got something that sells for loads. So that's very strong. Now we have a dive, it won't be remotely threatening. All we need to do for the rest of this run is get our weapons up and our teleporter up and some more reactor. But we'll be able to easily afford to do that and probably get our shields all the way up and possibly get ridiculously high engines as well. Go give me door control. I don't think I need to waste any missiles on this, honestly. Let's just do a level 3 cloak. Kill these fools who are boarding me. And we're out of here long before they ever get to even see us again. We'll go Uncharted. I don't feel like dealing with late game Lanius bombers, although I think we could. We're strong enough to pretty much beat anything. I did that on the Crystal B runs. Well, there's no out of the nebula. Actually, there could be an out of the nebula store there. But we'll just jump around and hit as many encounters as we can and try to spot the store to sell this various spare stuff we have. The pike beams are not spare, we hold on to those. Scanner allows me to keep the fight as well as find the fight. We maybe didn't need to do that since they don't have a med bay. We maybe could have just cloaked this missile when it went off. What are we dropping? Does that sell for more than the... I think that sells for... This sells for like 5 more than extra small bombs, so we do that. Actually, we should check for the store first. Glad we did that. Actually, we don't need to vent this person, because we're going to go right to the store. They'll go plus 16 brings them to 84, and then another plus 16 brings them to 100 exactly. Your life has been saved by math. Sell those. Buy consumables. Get doors up. And we go on. We could potentially have used double small bombs with the Zoltan shield bypass, but I don't feel it's necessary. We have an irrelevant borders event. They're just going to get vented. Did I never save your crew position? It appears like that is the case. We need to hack this. I don't think we do. We can cloak that burst 3. That's not where I meant to go. I want to go in a 4-tile room. Chuck a Hermes into the clone bay. We have a small bomb as a backup if it misses. It didn't, so... We even just kill these guys before this even goes off. Not quite, but... Flat gun Mark II would be kind of interesting as a way to get shields down for our beams if we couldn't just hack it, but we can. So that will just be some expensive cell bait. We might lose a few drops like we already have lost one because we have 2 beams sitting around in storage just for the flagship, but I think it's fine. Okay, we'll take this and this. We know there are no more if there's any other stores in this sector, it's there. So we don't care about spotting beacons. We can just go use our scanners to go fight. Or at least, you know, from jump where we can make scrap to jump where we can make scrap. And then eventually just spot that beacon to see if there's a light store. We will attack the auto ship. There's some mild danger here, but only very mild. Cloak. Weapon hack. Cool, weapon's broken. They're never going to be able to use a dangerous weapon on me again. Because the thing that they will bring up will be the Ion Blast, which is a 1 power weapon. And we have that hack. Let's just break the shields and then our halberd beam can take it home for us. We get another expensive drop, which we will never be able to use. Half power battle against an auto scout. Just use similar tactics to the last fight. We do need to be kind of wary of the hack. Now we don't. Take that down. You park in there. Unfortunately, they'll probably power one of the missiles every time they bring a point of weapons back, but the hack means that we can ignore that very safely. So let's board the other side and break shields. Oh. Yeah, that was actually the dangerous thing. I needed to remember the fact. We could have lost crew there if they had hacked our clone back. They didn't, but it was a risk. Actually, no, we couldn't have. We have a backup DNA bank. What am I talking about? We were in no danger whatsoever. They fixed that. Oh no, they didn't quite fix it in time to... I still had enough damage on that beam shot to just kill them. I think the shield was like just too slow. More fighting. More auto scouts. Here I want to board with just 2 and send them into the piloting. Break it. I actually want to power the small bomb as well. Is that a level 3 piloting system? I think it is. Send more crew into engines. If we can keep engines and piloting broken at different times, we can make sure they can never run. Cloak while we can. We also have the bomb and the missile to help us out here in case they get into a situation where it looks like they might actually flee. But now we don't need that. I kind of wish we hadn't broke those so close together. I would ideally like to have them like offset so that one of them was always broken. Spend a missile to achieve that. We shouldn't need to board again. Okay, we do. Or actually, we'll just use a bomb to take that shield bubble down. That way we can bring you home and win the fight. We got 22 scrap for all of that because, you know, forward scouts. Open fire. We don't need to hack here. They're gonna just die to our borders. They have 4 crew over there. They're mostly Mantis, but they're not all Mantis. And they need to be all Mantis to counter our all Mantis team. No, we have lots of missiles, we don't have lots of fuel. Take this to spot that. We're gonna probably double back to go check these bottom beacons out. But we have the space to do that, and it would be a nebula dive anyway. We'll take the blue option. I mean, we could just win the fight and take their scrap, but we don't need to do that. It's not a store, but we'll check out what's there, and then we'll go down through the... Let's buy 6 we can use. That makes sure we definitely have enough to make it to Sector 8. Attack the pirate. We will hack this. They're kind of challenging, not very. Let's use the control of the doors to allow us to win some fights while they're outnumbered. No cloning. We get a heavy laser one that we can't actually keep. Just get rid of it. It sells for less than the other 2 things that we're keeping around. So that's 2 items we've had to get rid of this sector. That's the price of us keeping those 2 pike beams hidden away. We'll take the fight and then backtrack. I'll wait and see if there's a Sector 7 store early. They might have like a pre-igniter. And then we could get rid of probably DNA Bank. Attack the ship. This ship is basically harmless until that ion gets spun up, and that's not. They don't have anything like enough time to do that. You don't even get to see me. You can just die. No. I don't need a human. Let's just do this to make this faster. I didn't actually need to buy the power bar for that. That was a bit silly. Yeah, I guess it means we can do this. I don't need to hack this shit, because I can close the missile. You're an oxygen. Cloak. We bent you easily. Rebel Stronghold. Let's see if we can find a look around and make this a truly ridiculous run. Oh, we have an immediate store. Let's go there. Sell this excess stuff. If we didn't already have long-range scanners, we could get them here, but we do. Shields up. Next we work on weapons. Download the data stores? Cool, we've got full sight of every single beacon in this sector, so we should be able to find the constructor flagship, albeit there's a possibility that we might just, like, if it's there, we're not getting it, for example. So we just kind of have to hope it's not. There's a question about whether it's actually worth hitting these empty beacons instead of just taking the fights. I will take at least a couple of them. I mean, here we kind of need to take one to move forward anyway. So I might as well go here first, actually. Hopefully this is it. And then if it is, then we don't need to take any more possibly empty beacons for the whole sector. Now that quest may actually overwrite the constructor flagship. I have had that happen before. We'll take that. So we kind of want to hope that it's back here, which is unfortunate because if you get the constructor flagship, you want to get it early in the sector. We get some free stuff that we might not be able to sell because there isn't another store in this sector, and finding the Sector 8 one is dicey. Do I have time to go here, here, here? I think so. Like, I don't mind making this a giant dive sector. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 encounters down in this corner, plus the distress. And the 2 possible chances for Constructor Flagship. Yeah, we'll just do it. Offer them assistance. Take them to the nearby planet. I'm glad that we did that instead of getting crew, because we don't need crew. Start working on our weapons. We want weapon 7 for killing the flagship. No, we can never trust rebels. Kill them. This ship can't hurt us. So, yeah, we're doing pretty well here. That being the case, let's just vent them off our ship. We won't bother wasting any consumable resources. We just need to break their clone bay, and we can do that when their crew are all dead. You die. Can't quite afford to get our final weapons level, but one more fight will do it. Here we do want the hack. Kill them while they're locked in here. You go get me door control. They both dead? Yes, they are. Go and distract them because I want 100% evade for this missile. Cool. We don't want an NG though. You actually don't need venting. Go and fix that. Yeah, we get 25 hit points passive from our medbay, so that Mantis is good. I probably haven't noticed that a few times, but whatever. I need to hack. Honestly, I'm gonna hack shields to buy myself door control over something central. That way they can all run in here, or we can just kill them. We'll cloak their lasers if they ever look like they're gonna use them in a dangerous fashion. It looked like that many crew trying to escape at once might actually break the doors down. These people all need venting. Auto scout. We don't even need to waste time using the Lanius because actually we have backup DNA bank. We just break their stuff repeatedly. The only thing that's dangerous is this missile. And we cloak that. I guess we do use the Lanius here because our Mantis all died at the same time. Okay, we're completely safe now. Start breaking shields. Continue breaking shields. Still more breaking of shields. I'm gonna bring this Lanius back now. Kill this with one or two more halberd beams, depending on whether they fix a shield bubble in time. Actually, I think we kill them with one regardless, because we would take the bubble back down, had they managed to do that. But they didn't. Do we actually get to this in time? It's too close. I want to check this out in case it's look around. It's kind of greedy, but whatever. We can afford to be greedy. Actually, let's save to upgrade the teleporter. Okay, we found it. It was right at the back of the sector. So we can't really benefit that much from it, but it's fine. We can just board and kill these people. You don't get any benefits, particularly from getting a crew kill in this fight compared to just killing them normally. But it is funny to crew kill the constructor flagship. We won't quite have 100% evade for this because they boarded our piloting. Go and kill him in the medbay. out-damage their medbay and win and get stuff that we probably won't be able to sell. So we got 2 jumps out of that, but we can't really use them. What we're going to do is we'll take that fight up in the top right, and then come back here, and then we go to the exit with a dive. And hopefully we find a store in Sector 8 to sell these 2 things, and maybe the scanners. But whatever, we're ridiculously strong and we'll have no difficulty winning this. I might actually want my small bomb for phase 3, actually. I'll think about that, because with the bypass we can use that plus boarding to break missiles before it gets to fire a second time. Actually, with the long cloak our boarders might just do that on their own. I think they do, actually. This ship is running away and has multiple missiles. Stop them cloning. Murder that person. Actually, do we need to vent these guys? Because we're backtracking and then diving. We don't need to vent anybody. Let's actually get door control and sensor information for the dive. Reactor is all maxed out, and we aren't even in Sector 8 yet. We have to hack to stop them using that missile on us. We need to save the cloak for the ASB. Actually, we probably didn't. It looks like that's a breach missile, and you can dodge both of those at the same time, but I didn't know that. Just cloak right now. And we're off to the last stage. Give us free stuff. We've got 2 repair stations near us, although we don't really need them. We got a bunch of supplies from the constructor flagship. So I think we can just ignore them. We don't really have anywhere. The only fight we have to go to is in a bad spot, though. So I'll go here to look around. Look around. I wish I could again, but I'll go there to spot as much as I can. I might just go to the repair station there if I don't see any good fights. Oh, we found a fight here anyway. Let everybody in here. Our Hermes missile actually isn't doing anything in this fight. They have a defense drone. I think the first enemy we fought that has one of those, despite them being relatively common. Took them out, the bomb wasn't necessary, but whatever. We have 34 of them, I don't think we're in any danger. Yeah, we're going to a repair station. Okay, there's all the fights. We probably can't hit 4 of them. Let's go there, there, there. We might be able to hit another repair station too. This one, well, maybe we can... If we get really lucky, we can go there, 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 and to the base. But considering the random fleet takeovers, that probably won't happen. We once again can't use the Hermes missile here. We'll hack shields again. All of you come on in. Go help the Lanius fix that breach, why not? Mantis are good at repairing. There's level 2 oxygen, you're safe. Hacking weapons here because that fast missile will annoy us otherwise. Also, we don't need to keep them out of the med bay because they have a clone bay, so it doesn't matter so much. Warpin's there for 4v4 stuff. I think they actually hit my drone and ionized it. It's fine, we're gonna just win here. Hey, stop that. I'm deeply unimpressed with this nonsense. I really didn't want an NG there. Just give me more scrap. One moment. Alright, we're back. That was unexpected, but my parents just phoned, so that interrupted things. Let's... Okay, so we're gonna actually... Oh no, I was misremembering from when I was back here. We're gonna get this fight, but that one's being taken over. We get 3 of the 4 fights that we could have done at the end there. And our ship is extremely highly upgraded anyway. Maybe we can get 1 more level of engines before we fight the flagship, but we don't really need it. We might even be able to get a jump behind the flagship between phases if we're lucky. We're gonna hack weapons here. We can't use the Hermes missile. As long as we can split these weapons up, we're not in much danger. Yep. Clone bay's down. You guys get in there so we can outnumber them. Or you can fight the fire, that's fine too. When you eventually put that fire out, we'll just go and murder you. Can our 4 Mantis beat an anti-personnel drone that's healing? And the answer is yes. Nice, nearly max scrap reward. So let's do that. Suppose we could have got the weapon buffer, but I don't know that that's going to be necessary here. Alright, so phase 1 coming up. We will have no real problem with this. Usual boarding strats for the flagship. So let's get... Oops, no, I don't want to open the door there. I want you two in there. Turn the halberd beam off for now. Find out what you're hacking. Something that's basically irrelevant beyond annoying me when my crew clone eventually. I guess you guys might want to start smashing that down. Nice, that should burn down. We don't really need to do that because between the hack and cloak we can delay it long enough to cloak the missiles every single time. Okay, that's broken. We now don't need 4 shields. And you're never fixing that. I think I missed a chance to bring my guys back, but whatever. My boarders will lose this round. But by the time that becomes relevant, we'll have our second wave of boarders over there anyway. Let's use a bomb to kill that guy. We weren't able to get him, unfortunately. Take him out. Yep, good. We will once again lose this round. Actually, we might not. Take one out with a bomb. No healing. Get in there. Start powering the halberd beam. Smash those shields. Let's bomb the cloaking so this goes faster. Does this shot kill? I'm not sure that it does, but if we do this, it does. Might have killed anyway, but... Okay. You two get cloned, although at this point it's kind of irrelevant. Thank you for your service. We will finally pull these pike beams out of storage where they've been for almost the entire run. Oh, we've got a store to go to. Cool. We can actually sell some of this stuff. We can even sell the Hermes missile and the small bomb that we've had for the entire run. And the scanners. We could buy reconstructive teleport if we felt like it, but there's no point. They literally have no crew on their ship. So we have free reign. Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that. We sell the bomb. It's just a matter of whether or not I want to use it in phase 3, and I think the answer to that is no, so we just sell it. Do we get Reddit engines? Let's get Reddit engines just because we can. And fully upgrade piloting in case they mind control my pilot in phase 3. So for the rest of this, we just board into missiles, hack shields, smash them, beam the crap out of them. Use our Lanius to fight the, we don't even need level 3 boarding, let's just use level 1. We use the Lanius to fight the boarding drone. Ah, they shot that down. Beam. Yeah, they have two hull left. They'll lose one here. Come on back. Let's do a long cloak and we'll kill them while we're cloaked. We can't spend this scrap on anything. There's nothing on our ship cheap enough that we can upgrade for that amount of money. They're gonna mind control somebody. We don't know who it is. We'll run our pilot out of the room as we jump just to guard against that possibility. They mind controlled the Rock, who's probably the best person that they can mind control. It slows our weapons down, but we can just vent them out before they break anything. We just need to bring this Zoltan shield down and then we kill them. We may not even need to hack shields because they're probably just going to get broken by our boarders. Vent you out now. Get my shields back. We can keep firing the beams while cloaked. Okay, that's down. Get back to weapons. I'll hack shields, even though we don't really need to, just that we don't have to wait to use my halberd beam. And as soon as our pike beams fire, we just win the run. Go and break more stuff. Our Mantis can be cloned again, just for old time's sake. Yeah, I see you bringing that back, it doesn't matter. So that's a 0 damage flagship. That's not a surprise, our ship was ridiculously powerful and we had all beams and shield bypass. So it's pretty easy to get 0 damage runs when you're doing that sort of stuff. So, we have avenged Mantis C in dominant fashion. Let's see where our score is. I'm thinking mid-6,000s, a little bit higher than the last two. Not as much higher as it could have been, as our last couple sectors weren't. Ridiculously ludicrous. Yeah, 66.54 is a very, very strong run. I think we were at sort of high 50s, low 60s in ships defeated. 56. Over 1 for every 2 beacons explored, so we got long-range scanners really early in that run. And we were just boarding over and over and over again. We had hacking and cloaking in Sector 3. And any run where you're able to do that, you just tend to dominate. That is 3rd highest I've ever had on this ship. Cool. So, who's number 4? 3, 2, 1, and go. Well, it's NGB next. So, I'll get myself into the right mindset to play this annoying ship that usually results in very, very, very slow early sectors where you do painful ion crew killing stuff to eke out every possible advantage you can. But that'll be next time. I hope you enjoyed the run, and goodbye for now.